Well, hello everyone. I'm Pastor Tanya, and this quick video is to share some information with you about the 2024 ELCA Youth Gathering. We are super excited to take a group next summer to New Orleans to participate in the youth gathering, and we hope that you will join us. So this video is just to give you some information about what to expect at the gathering, what the plans are between now and then, and just to hopefully spark your excitement for going. So I'm going to share my screen, and there we go. And we will get that out of the way. All right, go through a little bit about some information for the youth and the families for the 2024 ELCA Youth Gathering with the theme Created to Be. So in terms of general information, when is the gathering? It is next summer, July 16th through 20th, 2024. It will be in New Orleans, Louisiana. Super fun. And who is eligible to go? Students who are currently in 8th grade through 12th grade are eligible to go. So even if you are graduating this year, graduating class of 2024, you can still go to the gathering in July. And if you are currently in 8th grade, you can go as well. You'll be a rising 9th grader at that point next summer. So the mission of the ELCA Youth Gathering is faith formation in teens and adults. And as participants, we will all be affirmed and challenged in our faith. We are going to experience new perspectives with all the different people that we're going to meet. So many new people. We will be able to ponder our vocations, what God is calling us to do and to be in the world. We'll bond with each other and with other participants, and we're going to learn more about the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America and our partners that are at the gathering. So this is one of the big questions that people have is, what is it going to cost? First of all, there is a deposit that we are asking each family or each participant to provide. It's a $150 non-refundable deposit due at the time of registration. All the other costs, we hope, will be covered by Grace Lutheran Church, including the registration fee, which is $375 for priority registration, so it would be $225 more than the deposit. Our transportation costs, we don't know yet what that's going to look like. Once we have a group formed, we will be able to determine the best options for travel, whether we fly, whether we try to find a bus, however we're going to get there. Planes, trains, automobiles. We probably aren't going to drive to New Orleans. They recommend that we budget $175 per night plus tax per room. So for 4 nights, that's $700 per room. And the final cost of that is going to depend on which hotel we are assigned to, why we want to get in priority registration, because priority registration, you get the better hotels, closer hotels. It depends on our group size and the number of rooms that we need to reserve. The recommended budget for meals is $70 per person per day, and we're going to be there for 5 days, or we're going to be traveling for 5 days. So that's $350 per person. And incidentals like snacks, souvenirs, things like that, we don't really know what that budget is going to look like. But we estimate that, or hope that all of the costs, aside from that deposit and maybe some extra money for incidentals, will be covered by Grace Lutheran Church through fundraising. Ta-da! Fundraising. Our total fundraising goal is estimated at $1,350 per participant. So that may seem like a lot of money. That covers hotel and travel and registration and meals. So it's a lot. We are going to hold fundraisers throughout this next 9 months or so, from September, starting immediately next month, through June 2024, to raise money for everyone to attend the gathering. Lots of different options for fundraisers. We've talked about having a car wash starting early this fall, or we have the perfect parking lot to run a car wash. It could be really fun. I think when it was super hot, it would have been good to have the car wash then. We've had traditionally in the past a rummage sale, and we tend to raise a lot of money at that. So we're looking at that again. Bake sales, Easter breakfast, Valentine's dinner, those kinds of things. Possibly a can drive where we take our cans and bottles and redeem them up at the place in Perry. One option is to have a catalog where people can choose to support a particular thing, like meals for one day or whatever kinds of things that we have. Other ideas would be to host a trivia or game night, do some flamingo flocking, have envelopes where people have certain amounts on the envelope and they can take that and contribute that to a fundraiser, or a miles to, like a miles to New Orleans and home, and you can purchase a certain number of miles. So those are some different options that we have for fundraising. Sometimes we get asked too what the daily schedule will look like. They're pretty full days. We have lots of fun activities to do while we're down there. The main thing is that all participants will rotate through 3 days of different activities. So like some people will be doing them in like accompaniment day, interactive learning, synod day. Some people will do synod day, accompaniment day, interactive learning. So we will be doing one of these things for each of the 3 days. I think that makes sense. For the accompaniment day, we get to choose what option we want between a hands-on service, culture and story, or social justice and advocacy. This used to be the service component, is now accompaniment day. So part of why we want to do priority registration is because priority registration, we get like a first come, first served. You get to choose which of the accompaniment days, and if you've priority registered, you're more likely to get your first choice. Then there's an interactive learning day, and that's a on-site, it's like a holy playground. It'll be super fun. Lots of different activities, games, and all different kinds of things to learn using multiple learning styles. So things to do, things to see, art, games, other kinds of activities should be super fun. And then a synod day where we gather with participants from our own Southeastern Iowa Synod for worship, fellowship, and to explore New Orleans. Every night will end with the mass gathering in the evening, and that'll be in Caesars Superdome with tons of great music and speakers. And that's what I think of as like the big concert at night. If you see like all the people in the big Superdome, with lots of music and dancing and all kinds of really fun stuff. And then on the final morning, we will gather with everyone for closing worship, and that will also be in the Superdome. And if we want to, we can volunteer to help serve during that worship, like serve communion during that worship service. Some key dates is we need to form our travel group. We need to know who is going to go to the gathering. So we like to know that by September 15th. If you are interested in going to the gathering, please let Shasta Hilmer, who will be our primary group leader, or myself, Pastor Tanya, know if you're interested in going. You can invite friends to go with you. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but we do need to know how many people are interested in going. By October 15th, we need to have the deposits from participants and all that paperwork back to us so that we can get those in for priority registration. Priority registration is really important. Our hotel depends on that, which hotel we're assigned to. Our accompaniment day depends on that. And the cost is significantly lower if we register under that priority registration. Our fundraising and community building activities will start in September. Some expectations and a covenant. We will create a group covenant together with some expectations for us as a group. Everyone attending the gathering will attend pre-gathering community building activities and help with fundraising. So if you do choose to invite a friend to come along, please know and please let them know that they are also expected to participate in all of those pre-gathering activities. During the gathering, all participants will abide by the gathering code of conduct, which we have a copy of and can get that to you if you want, as well as our group covenant. And then after the gathering, there will be a thank you event for the congregation as a way to say thank you for supporting us to go to this big event. And then we'll also be times to debrief our experience with each other and with the youth who didn't get a chance to go. Couple of additional resources. There's a video created to be theme deep dive. It's about 6 minutes, but it does go through what the theme entails and why they picked the theme. It's really good. And then you just scan that QR code. And then the ELCA Youth Gathering website has more information as well. All right. So that's about it. We are super excited. And once we get going with all of this, there will be more information, more things to talk about, and we're going to have lots of fun together. So we hope that you will join us for the ELCA Youth Gathering next summer under the theme Created to Be.